Welcome, Tony. So let's get started, guys. This is the session 18 on self-coaching series. A very warm welcome to this Science of Mind Club. And this beautiful Sunday morning, again, we are coming up on this topic of self-coaching. Self-coaching is something that we have chosen for this time for two reasons. First, because coaching is definitely um, a performance thing that improves us in many different ways. That's number one. And self coaching, because we believe that rather than anybody else coaching us or training us, we can change ourselves. And with certain tools that we are sharing on this series, I think it will be a great idea if we can just pick up some of them and just apply it. So that is our agenda. So this club starts with some good thoughts. So five thoughts I have curated and I want to share with you guys for today morning. And feel free, if you like some of this and you want to take a snapshot, feel free. Okay, because this my only intention of putting this together is that we are coming together as positive people. We are sharing some interesting things around each other, and we are learning from each other. So that is the goal, and absolutely feel free to take a snapshot, write it down, share it with others. There's no copyright or anything from my side. Feel free to kind of use whatever you like. Okay, so starting with the first thought, a coach is someone who tells you the truth no matter how hard it is. Okay, so this is very true. And the role of a coach, if I just deep dive into that, is to make you better. It's not to tell you the nice things. So when you are on a football field, and let's say some of you did play the game of football, the coach never said that, oh, you might get tired. Why don't you just take a rest? The coach pushes you a little bit so that you improve your efficiency, improve your performance. And at the time, they also take this break, like in the picture, to kind of strategize for the game. Two very important things. Hmm. So, the idea that I want to bring to this group is that let's take this one very important and one very positive lesson from this sports coaching and self coaching, that we all can improve our own performance in any area of the life. I mean to say, any area. Okay. We just have to act like a coach to ourselves, number one. And number two, at times during the strategy break, we have to give that strategic advice to ourselves. This is what I want to share in the very beginning, that be a coach to yourself. Okay, push your boundaries, become that coach. Again, in a way, all of you have taken that first step to become that coach. On a Sunday morning, you decided that yes, we will get up early, we'll hop onto this call, we'll get some ideas for action. That's, I would appreciate you for taking that first step. Okay. Now, on our journey of improvement, or our journey of becoming better, I think this is the most important thing, the most important idea I want to share with you, and we can also have a very candid dialogue around it. Okay, so this idea is about holistically taking care of your health. Self-coaching, leadership, they are great concepts. But it first starts by, before even you take care of those around you, you have to take care of yourself. So you have to take care of yourself first in order to take care of others. A quick question, and you can answer in the poll, in the chat window rather. How many of you have taken some sort of a health checkup in the last 1 year? Some sort of a health checkup, annual health checkup, a full health checkup. You can type Y for yes or N for no. Thank you for a quick response, Surya, Kiruba. We're waiting for Tony to catch up. See, so the answer is no. So for the last 12 months, you have not taken any annual health checkup. Okay, interesting. In last 2 years, let's say, have you taken any health checkup? Again, N is for no, Y is for yes. Interesting. Okay, all of us are are probably in the same boat. My final question: the last 5 years, how many of you have taken a health checkup? Friends, let's take a pause. I have periodically increased the span to kind of give ourselves a mirror. Because my job as a coach or my job as a person who is sharing all this is to also hold the mirror for you, so that we all can realize, don't we think that the health is important? It is important. And let's say if you have a vehicle, if some of you are driving and you have a car, the moment you get a car, they also give you that this is the plan for the car, for taking it to the service station every 6 months or every these many kilometers and all of this. Now, and this is not just for you or just for this group which has joined today. I want to share this with everyone, that what I have observed, that people put themselves as the last priority, their health as the last priority. Now, this is not the way how things should be. You know, if there is only one thing that you take away from this Sunday morning, I would say, is that take care of your parents and take care of your family. Okay, and to do that, to enable you for doing that, always take care of yourself. Don't keep yourself in the last priority. One habit that can save you a lot of health cost, can help you take care of your health, take charge of your exercise routine or your healthy eating and all that, is getting a look in the mirror every year. So that is what I can say, is just going for a health package or a health checkup. A lot of these organizations, they have it. A lot of your health plan, if you have a medical insurance, it has some sort of a health plan or a health checkup as a part of it. Avail that. Okay, don't leave it for the last minute. Okay, because this is what I call as the very first habit of becoming a leader. It is called being proactive rather than reactive. I recently had a friend, very young guy, 45 years of age, landed up with a heart attack, and he was there in the hospital, and he has to go through surgery. Young guy. Because our lifestyles are becoming sedentary, we are increasing our time in front of the camera, in front of the uh, laptop, any profession, or mobile phone scrolling up and down. That is the only exercise our thumb is getting. But take care of yourself is the very, very first thing that a leader can do, because that's how you are enabling yourself. Take care of those around you. So go for that health checkup. Go for a very basic health checkup also is just fine. But that is where you will know, and that is where you will be able to measure that where you stand. And as somebody says, that you cannot improve what you can't measure. So you have to always measure. And if you are somebody who's listening to this who's above 50, okay, it is a mandate. It goes without saying. The young guys can probably take once in 2 years. That's okay. If you're somebody who is above 50, every year you have to go for it. Okay, these lifestyle modifications are necessary. Okay, so this is one positive thought that I want to share with you. There are three more to go, and then we deep dive into the content. Okay. What is success? Success in life is some total of all the small efforts that you repeat on a day-to-day basis. As I said in the last session as well, it is something in India we call as the dincharya. Dincharya is a daily routine. Your success, or the foundation of that success, is not put on one fine day. The foundation of success is there in every small step that you take on a day-to-day basis. I call it the micro actions. So in those micro actions, micro moments, you are putting the foundation of your success. Okay, so I congratulate each one of you who has joined this call, because this small step, you may think it is a small step, waking up early on a Sunday morning and showing up on a class like this, but this is a very, very solid step, because you have chosen mindfully that I decide what I need to do on my Sunday. So let me just take, rather than just scrolling on a mobile phone, let me just do something productive. This is a small step, but as Neil Armstrong said, one small step for man, a giant leap for mankind, which means that your small step can lead you to a big success. Okay, so it is a step-on-step process. This is about ideation. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. So whenever somebody enrolls for Science of Mind Club, I look onto what are their comments. Some people say that they want to understand mind better. A theme that has emerged over past is people are saying that they want to get rid of stress. So let me tell you one very small mind hack right away. This is a real value that you can get. That the reason why people are getting stressed is because they are choosing the thoughts that are leading to that stress. A thought that is adding more weight to their shoulders, adding more chaos to their mind. All they can do is just think of an idea that is bringing more life to them. Okay, for example, if let's say you are a person who enjoys, let's say, running on a treadmill. Okay, so you cannot be stressed and you cannot be running on the treadmill at the same time. Or let's say if you are a person who likes gardening, as some of us like to be in nature. So you're a person who likes to connect with the nature and do gardening. You cannot be stressed and you cannot be doing gardening at the same time. So the life hack here is that the greatest weapon for stress is that you choose certain ideas which are productive. You make yourself, doing that idea, and that time your mind can only focus on one thing. That is as most of you were asking this question on the uptake form of this Science of Mind Club. I thought that it will be a good life hack that I can share with you this morning. Okay, and now it is time for change, and the time for change is it is actually the end result of all the true learning. And one thing which is very common to all the club members here is that we all love learning, we all love positive learnings, and that's the reason why we are all here. So, very warm welcome to the Science of Mind Club. In self coaching series, we are inspired by two of the leaders. One is a Vietnamese monk. So he's no more. His name is Thich Nhat Hanh. He's a Zen monk, wrote 70 plus books in his lifetime. And even in the middle of the Vietnam War, he was practicing compassion, practicing empathy, and practicing kindness. Okay. And second is my mentor, my teacher, Marshall Goldsmith, world's number one executive coach. And he has come up with some beautiful, beautiful tools and techniques for coaching people. Okay. So this is my endeavor of giving back whatever I have learned from all these teachers, all these mentors. And I visualize this community as community of coaches and leaders. So each one of you has a coach inside you. Each one of you has a leader inside you who can make a difference in your life, in lives of people around you. Okay. And and this is where you can feel free to join us anytime. This is a QR code. This is a pro bono initiative. It doesn't require you to pay anything. It has always been like this. It's just my gratitude to pay it forward to my mentors and coaches. Okay, and if you're still curious, keep on learning, keep on applying this. If any idea appeals to you, that is your idea, that is not mine. You can apply it in your life. And if something changes, feel free to share this knowledge with others. Okay, there is a website I'm putting together. Soon you'll hear in some of the upcoming sessions, upcoming classes. So stay curious. Now, friends, every time we pick up topics which can help us grow, like in last, we shared a series on neuro-linguistic programming, a 10-part series which is there on YouTube. Then mindfulness exercises, 10 of them I have shared already, and some more, some of the more concepts I keep on sharing. Now this time we were on a 21-part journey of self-coaching where 17 such sessions have already happened, and I've shared practices which can help you improve the mindset, improve the skill set, and give you the tool set. Okay, so this has happened, and we are towards the last leg of our journey. For all those who have joined, I'll share you the link of where all these sessions are so that you can do a quick recap. So last time we have spoken about what can be the pitfalls of self-coaching where you're not able to implement the ideas that you want in your life. What can be some of the pitfalls? And today we are specifically talking about leadership. As we started this session talking about that to take care of those around you, there has to be you have to first take care of yourself. There has to be a self leadership in place. So what I see in coaching is that In the end, it is all about cultivating leadership in others, and it is also about cultivating leadership in yourself. So that is the most important thing. And then we have 3 more classes to go to wind up this series, which will be the weeks to follow. So now let's talk about leadership. Let me ask this group which has joined, what is leadership to you? Can you give me one word that comes to your mind which defines leadership to you? Yeah, there is no right or wrong answer. Your definition can be different from my definition, somebody else's definition. I can already see people who are enthusiastic and putting in, yeah, thank you, Surya. Surya says vision. Yeah, vision is important. If you have a vision in life, if you have some big vision, a goal, and as Simon Sinek says, a big why, then you are on a path of leadership. Every leader has a vision. Okay, I'm curious what others think. There are few of us on, I can see Kapchi ji, Surya has already written, Tony. Kiruba says, lead people with what they want. Leading people. Okay? Leading people. So, what is one word that comes to others' mind when we say leadership? Okay? Don't know is also a good place to be, Tony, because the definition can evolve over a period of time. Today maybe for some people leadership is X. Throughout their life experiences, the definition can evolve, and that is your definition. Okay? Sakshi is saying responsibility with authority. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Now this is the reason why I like this group, because whenever this discussion happens, we all are learning something from each other. Okay. So this is what leadership means to all of us. And for some of us who are still on their journey, still discovering, that is also okay. Leadership doesn't mean that you have to know all the answers. Leadership means that you are growing with time and you are curious. That curiosity is leadership. Okay. So I'm going to share with you that what can be a very simple way to start on a leadership journey, what can be some of the powerful ideas which I have captured for the last 2 decades in my career, and the ideas that give result basically. Okay. And as somebody said, that it is about taking responsibility. Okay, so whenever you are taking responsibility, no matter what is your age, no matter what is your geography, no matter what is your life stage you are in, you are taking responsibility, and if you are taking ownership that this is the way how things are, but this is the way how I want things to be, you are actually a leader. You don't need a title to become a leader. Some people say that, okay, one day when I'll become a prime minister, then I will be the leader. No. Or when I become the CEO of an organization, then I'm called a leader. No, that's a very childlike concept. You are leader in every moment where you are showing up. Okay, so in this moment where you have shown up, I feel that each one of you is taking that leadership stance. So it is very important for us to understand that what is it that we want ourselves to be coached on, and how the leader in us can coach us. That higher self is actually the leader within you. How it can coach you to become a better version. I always give this example that currently, if you are version 1.0 in your life, you can become a version 2.0 or a version 3.0. And let that version 2.0 or a 3.0 come to this moment from future and share one or two things that you want to do different. That is it. One or two things that you do differently, as guided by your higher self, can take you to that higher self. I would say this idea is the essence of the entire series of self coaching that we are doing. Okay? Let your higher self coach you. And this demands 3 key skills, friends. And these are the key skills in every grounded leader. One is presence, second is compassion, and third is awareness. All the practices that we have been talking about on this journey, they are building presence, building awareness, and building compassion. So have a schedule in your daily life that kind of creates more awareness, creates more compassion in your life. And last but not the least, be present. Be present to those who matter in your life, be present to your goals in life. It's not that one day our goals will happen by destiny. We have to be present. We have to show up for that goal. We have to be in presence of that, in service of that. And it's not by destiny, it's always by design. So always do that because, as Marshall Goldsmith says, that great leaders coach themselves first before they influence others. So you only have the power to coach yourself as a true leader. And Thich Nhat Hanh, being a monk, a Zen monk, he said the true leader is a Buddha, present, compassionate, and deeply aware. So he used to compare it with being a Buddha. So I don't. And it is about being exemplary. Let certain things in your life, people take you as the right example. People say that yes, you are exemplary in that. It can be a small habit. Okay, so one of the habits that I have recently developed is I get up in the morning, um, you know, before the sun rises, and I send a positive quote to those people around me. And they say, oh, if you want to learn getting up in the morning, you catch up this guy. So any sphere in your life, maybe you take a lot of pride in becoming a good writer, maybe you take a pride in becoming a person who's taking care of his or her health. One thing you should have as exemplary. That is the starting of the leadership journey. Choose anything. One of my friends said that, oh, I'm into collecting. So he's into collecting rare books. He said, if somebody has more knowledge about this rare book and these rare authors, I am the one. One of my friends, she's a artist, and her goal is to teach art to kindergarten kids. She was in a very well-paying corporate job, but she said that this is my vision, and Surya, this is her vision is important. And she said, okay, let me choose that. And now she is contributing a big time with her skills. And this kind of a vision or this kind of a clarity leads to calm. Okay? Let that sink in. Clarity leads to calm. So lead with presence, not with pretense. People follow clarity and calm. And this calm and clarity is often found in these two skills, which is deep listening and embodiment. Deeply listen to where a new chapter in your life is unfolding. Deeply listen to where in a conversation with a friend, some new opportunities are opening for him, for your friend or for you. And embody means putting it into practice, putting it into your body, the fiber, the skin, the muscles of the body. Write it in your bones, as one of my coach says. Whatever is one thing that you truly align with, embody that. Cultivating leadership means balancing decisiveness with deep listening. Being decisive and strategic about your life. What is it that you want to do in this moment? What is the best you can do to live your life fully? And then deeply listening and deeply putting those ideas into action. Okay? So one key thought that I want to leave this group with is, how can I lead myself today in a way that inspires myself and others silently? You don't need to make any noise about it. This group is not about marketing ideas and saying that, oh, we are so big in it. No, it is not about that. I will be the last person to say that. This is all about leading yourself today in this present moment, which can be inspirational for yourself. Okay? So I have a 5-year-old kid, and I always say this. My idea of parenting is whatever I do, I am being a role model for my kid. Okay, so how I can inspire people around me, be it friends, be it family, most importantly, how I can inspire myself. Take a pause. Feel free to note down that question. Sit with a blank sheet of paper, a pen, and just write, what is one small thing that I can do to lead myself today? What is it that I can do differently? Because if we don't do things differently, nothing changes. It will be just one another Sunday morning session that you have attended, or one more session, one more training. Nothing changes. So nothing changes until unless we change, and we don't change until unless we make a small step towards the direction in which we want. If you feel in your life you want to lead, understand this. To lead is to embody the change, not just to demand it. Make sure that you embody the change. Embody means you move your body towards that direction. Okay? So I'll take a pause here. The journey ahead is all the more exciting. I'll be opening this group to a lot more people. There are a lot of people from universities, young students who want to join us, and I see each one of you who is consistent on this group as a coach, as a mentor to them, inspiring them with your positivity, or just doing it, practicing silently in your life. That is also okay. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask a question. This is your time, and this is my invitation to all those who have joined live. Ask a question, because we learn from each other's questions and we learn from each other's sharing as well. So you can either ask a question, or you can also share what is one idea that you liked. Yeah. Tony, Surya, Kiruba, anybody?
Yeah, hi. Like I like the idea about taking care of your health and being proactive from today's session. Where like now I reflect on it, like I never take the checkup, and like I think I should be proactive, but when I look at it, like I'm not being. Yeah, that's a good point.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Surya. And the moment you have said that, this is also a very powerful reminder for all those who will be listening this. Okay, so that's a great thing that you have done. And see, I would also kind of in the end recommend you guys one resource that I find very useful. Okay, so I'll just park that, and I give this spotlight to our other friends, Kiruba, Tony, if you want to share anything.
Yeah, Anupam. And this is my first session. It was so good, and thank you. Like today, I have learned something, and I really like your initiative. How I say, like I liked all the points that you mentioned, and especially you talked about the stress. Like if you are being stressed in the sense you are like focusing on something without liking. So if you are working on that what you are like, so there is no stress. Actually, it was a good point. And yeah, I like with that leadership what you have mentioned, those points like presence, compassions, and embodiment, deep listening, exemplary. Those are so good, bro.
Thank you. Thank you, Kiruba. A lot of gratitude from my side. And when you echo that, you're also sending that reminder in the universe to all those who will be listening to this later on, that these are some of the points that they can also take back and apply. And I would like to just say that the way how you guys are showing up on this, we are in the same vibration, and somebody says that your vibe attracts the tribe. So my only initiative of doing such sessions is that we share these ideas with each other, because we all can. Somebody held my hand on that journey of going on the mountaintops. I'm extending the same, you will do the same. That is all what we need. The world needs more positive. Okay, and finally, Tony, this is, I think, your first session. Would you like to share how was your experience?
Hello, myself Tony. I'm coming for the first time. Okay. So, so in this talk, I have a question like we talk about this leadership, improving ourselves, be a better person for every day, like small steps becomes us a better person. And if we go in this way, what will be the last thing we will achieve? Like, what will be that thing at the pinnacle of this? That always comes to my mind that I never get an answer. But different rhetorical questions I know because like we don't know, right? What will be the
Yeah.
thing? But this all the times not me, most of the time, I, my friends always think about it. Like, why we need to be the pinnacle of like self improvement or anything we need.
Yeah. Yeah. Great question.
Do you have
Great.
any
Yeah. I don't have an
anything?
answer. I don't have an answer, but I have some thoughts. Okay, because
Okay.
and great. I like your style of thinking, Tony. That first of all, what is towards the end of this journey of self improvement? What is it? That is it like one day we become Buddha or we become, you know, Superman at the end of the day? I don't know. But what I know is that it is not the destination which is important. It is always the journey. Okay, so when you are doing certain activity, you call it self improvement. Some people in psychology, as I have a huge background of psychology, some people they call it the state of flow. This is a time when you are fully alive. Okay, so at the end of the day, self improvement, going to a destination, attaining a big goal, or having a vision and achieving in your life, these are just labels, Tony. At the end of the day, it is all about living your life fully. If you feel that you're living your life fully, holistically, and enjoying every moment, then you don't need anything. Okay, but if there is an area where you see a gap, I think that is leadership in action. Because see, there is just one life we have, only one life, so we have to make the best out of it. Okay, so that is my definition of leadership. Many people have written about it and what it means to them. Some people say it is about aligning their life vision, life purpose, values. So one resource that I would like to, kind of recommend to all of you, which is again coming from the question of Tony, that what is the next stage or how this journey looks like. Friends, so the resource is not, although there are a lot of resources I put in, like the YouTube channel, and if some of you would like to discuss further and we can have this coaching conversation, there is a free 40-minute session that I can do. You can just scan the QR code and enroll for it. And there are some positive quotes also I write. But one resource that I would recommend to all those who are listening is this book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You can see that the first tile here, Stephen R. Covey. That is the book that I always recommend. I have written 2 books, but I don't recommend my book that often. The only book that can help you clarify your thoughts and kind of align you. I feel one of the most powerful resource over the last 20 years in my career as a learning professional I have come across is this book. This will be the best investment or the best gift that you can give yourself. It is called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And again, this book doesn't preach you anything, doesn't say that you go on this way or that way. But the only way out is the way inside. Okay, so that is what I want to leave you with. And I know, Tony, that I might not have answered your full question, but this is where the point is that some questions are supposed to be an exploration for us. Then giving an answer.
I can ask you one more question.
So yeah, go for it. We are right on top of time, but go for it.
Okay. As you said, the journey it matters all the time. I also heard it.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
But the journey is not like steady and smooth and it is good, right? All the time it is painful only. Because
Mm.
learning new things or improving ourselves is never been easy. Okay.
Yeah.
And we say it is like all we live in a moment of happiness that fulfillness will complete us. But journey is that painful that we always regret or we will always think about it like why, like then again we go to that question again because the end goal is not clear, that we go in this loop. Like most of the time it breaks that improvement cycles. Okay.
Yeah. So let me
It's
connect
my
back with you.
questions. Okay, I
Yeah.
am also
Yeah.
finding things. I
Absolutely
just
great
want to.
questions. Yeah, absolutely great questions. Let me connect with you one on one because we are right on top of the hour. But
Okay,
but
okay.
keep on thinking, Tony. Every question means that you are learning something. You're going in a direction. Okay, so even if it is painful, it is a pain worth taking. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time. And I wish you a happy Sunday ahead. Enjoy your Sunday and have a great start of the rest of the week.